Welcome back, Commander. In this video, we'll be featuring all the fighter jets and bombers from a Red Alert 2 mod called Rise of the East. Rise of the East is a Red Alert 2 Yuri's revenge modification inspired by Command and Conquer generals that aims to deliver a dynamic multiplayer experience to the player by offering exclusive features, artwork, and fast-paced yet balanced gameplay. But before we begin, please click the like button and subscribe to this channel so I can help deliver more info for you on the battlefield. Let's start first with the Allied Air Force. The Allied Air Force has two default jet fighters, namely the Harrier for both Japan and Germany, while the F22 Raptor is a sub-faction exclusive for the United States. The Harrier is a jet-powered attack aircraft capable of vertical or short takeoff and landing operations. A Harrier's arsenal boasts Maverick missiles, which is generally good against ground units. Unlike in the original Red Alert 2 version, Harriers can now engage and target enemy air units. Keep in mind that its missiles are generally more effective if used against power plants and base defenses. Being a Tier 1 jet fighter, it is generally fragile against anti-aircraft weapons. Here are some clips of Harrier in action.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit promoted. Unit lost.
The F-22 Raptor is the result of the United States Air Force Advanced Tactical Fighter Program. The aircraft was designed primarily as an air superiority fighter, but also excels at taking out ground targets. The F-22 is superior to most Tier 1 aircraft in stats, and can be further upgraded by the American Air Superiority Upgrade, which allows it to be built at veteran rank. Here are some clips of the F-22 Raptor in action.
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Easy slide mine.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
The Allied Nighthawk, or the Lockheed F117 Nighthawk, is a twin-engine stealth attack aircraft that was developed by Lockheed's Secretive Skunk Works division and operated by the United States Air Force. In Rise of the East, it is a stealth aircraft that is cloaked invisible in the enemy's radars as well as on the battlefield. It excels in single target hit and runs using its airburst missiles that quickly eliminate ground units. The downside of this unit is its armor is considerably lighter compared to the average fighter jet, rendering it useless against fortified bases with anti-aircraft capabilities. The next clips will feature the F117 Nighthawk in action.
We're going in.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements ready. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit lost.
The Aurora is an American supersonic bomber that primarily excels in destroying enemy structures and defenses. In-game, it is only available for both Japan and the United States as a Tier 3 bomber. Its primary payload is a sonic burst missile that damages a small area over time after the payload's initial impact. The Aurora is highly effective primarily against enemy structures. The next clips will feature the Aurora in action.
Delivering passing overhead.
Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Target confirmed.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
The B-2 Shard bomber is a German heavy bomber that primarily excels in destroying groups of enemy units in its single run. In-game, it is only available for Germany as a Tier 3 bomber. Its primary payload is a cluster shard bomb that seeks out individual enemy targets on its own. The B-2 Shard bomber is highly effective primarily against enemy infantry, as well as enemy vehicles. The next clips will feature the B-2 Shard bomber in action.
Unit lost. lost. Unit 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 lost.
Let's now head to the Soviet jet fighters and bombers. The Sukhoi SU-27 is a Soviet twin-engine, supermaneuverable fighter aircraft designed by Sukhoi. The Su-27 was designed for air superiority missions, and subsequent variants are able to perform almost all aerial warfare operations. The Sukhoi also boasts the same stats together with other Tier 1 aircrafts in Rise of the East. The next clips will feature the Sukhoi Su-27 in action.
Unit lost.
Next up is the Russian Special, the Sukhoi Su-30T. The Sukhoi Su-30T is a multi-role fighter for all-weather, air-to-air, and air-to-surface deep interdiction missions. In Rise of the East, it can be accessed via General Rank 2 when you choose it instead of the Overload support power. The Su-30 Tesla fighter is equipped with EMP-based missiles that disable its target units for a brief period of time. Because of this, it can one-shot lighter aircraft with particular ease. Heavier aircrafts, such as the Kirov airship, are immune to its EMP missiles. The next clips will feature the Su-30 Tesla fighter in action.
Unit promoted. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Next is the Soviet heavy bomber, the Dragunov. Dragunov's design is heavily inspired by Red Alert 3's MiG fighter, which was the Soviet Union's air superiority fighter during the Third World War. The Dragunov is loaded with single-shot, barren high-explosive bombs that are highly effective against ground targets, especially on buildings. Its payload also covers a wide area of damage. Here are some clips featuring the Dragunov in action. Let's now move on to Yuri's aircrafts. First on the list of Yuri's aircrafts is the XF15 Wyvern. The XF15 Wyvern is the standard jet fighter for Yuri's forces that is on par with the other Tier 1 aircrafts in the game. Its design is based from Yukikaza's FRX-00 MiG fighter, which is a fighter plane developed with the latest technologies. Like other Tier 1 aircrafts, it can also engage both ground and air targets. Here are some clips featuring XF15 Wyvern in action. Next is Yuri's Tier 2 support aircraft, the Blight. The Blight is an outlandish-looking aircraft designed by Kerbiter that defies modern understanding of aircraft design and structure. Its weapon, the conversion bolt, is capable of turning the infantry it kills into vicious brutes. Its weapon is also capable of dealing good damage against groups of enemy units and structures. The next clips will feature the Blight in action.
We're going down!
The Vertigo bomber is Yuri's next-generation heavy bomber aircraft, built to wreak havoc on enemy forces and amongst themselves. The Vertigo is loaded with psychedelic cluster bombs that deal heavy damage on enemies. Any units hit by the bombs will be affected by the psychedelic chaos effect for a short duration. It also gains stealth ability once it gets promoted to elite status. A useful strategy when using Vertigos is to attack different targets with each Vertigo in order to cover a bigger area with its psychedelic effect. The next clips will feature the Vertigo in action. Let's now head to East Asia's aircrafts. The MiG is China's multi-role fighter for the 21st century, armed with 2 napalm missiles that could be used effectively against ground targets or locked onto air targets. Fast and agile, MiGs could be deployed early in a conflict from airfields. Groups of MiGs could create firestorms by all attacking the same target. The aircraft armor upgrade available at General Rank 2 increases its maximum health along with other aircrafts by 20%. The next clips will feature MiG in action.
I've been hit! Oh! Oh! It's hot! Ah! It's hot! Restricted airspace.
The T-50 is an advanced supersonic aircraft developed by Korea Aerospace Industries. The T-50's arsenal boasts Maverick missiles, which is generally good against ground units, as well as air targets. Compared to China's made, the T-50 is generally cheaper to build, enabling commanders to build it fast early on in the game. The only downside is that it is less durable compared to MiG due to its cheaper cost. The next clips will show the T-50 in action. The Chengdu J-20 is a twinjet fighter aircraft developed by China's Chengdu Aerospace Corporation. The J-20 is designed as an air superiority fighter with precision strike capability. Unlike the Iron Dragon, which can only drop bombs with lesser precision, the Chengdu can lock at its targets with precision using high explosive missiles, making sure that the target is completely annihilated. The next clips will feature Chengdu J-20 in action.
Gun up in position.
Unit ready.
The Iron Dragon is a Tier 3 bomber aircraft that excels in mowing down structures, as well as divisions of enemy units. The Iron Dragon is fitted with clusters of high explosive bombs designed to be dropped on ground units. The next clips will show the Iron Dragon in action. As for the Global Liberation Army, it is still unclear whether they will receive an airfield nor a roster for aircrafts in the near future. Only time will tell. This ends the testing for aircrafts in Rise of the East for Red Alert 2. If you want more top-secret information like these, please click the like button and comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next. Most importantly, Don't forget to share this video so I can keep making awesome content for you, Commander. Until next time, Commander, battle control terminated.